Hey guys, it's been a long time since I've done a tarot reading on YouTube and I just felt inspired to do one today. So I just got done shuffling and putting together my piles. As you can see, there's 3 of them. Go ahead and take a second to meditate over which pile you think is right for you, and I'll have a timestamp below, and let's get into your readings. All right, if you picked pile number 1, then let's go ahead and get into your reading. How is everyone doing today? I hope you're doing super well. I hope that these messages find you super easily and effortlessly, and that you get some clarity on whatever questions that you're asking. All right, so starting off, we have the Ace of Pentacles clarified by the Hierophant. These cards are so pretty. They're so pretty. Okay, so the Nine of Pentacles clarified by the Hierophant. I'm really sensing that you're starting to become more aware of your finances and becoming more like wise and leveling up in how you handle your money and how you handle, what level of economy fits you. I'm really seeing that. I'm seeing that this change isn't just financial. It's also just in general, it's you leveling up and becoming more in tune with your higher self. This Emperor energy is really speaking to me. Maybe some of you are in Aries, or that could be your sun, moon, rising. Yeah, and I feel like with this Hanged Man, you've been looking at things in your life a certain way for a long time. And that's not working for you. It's not going to lead you to being a better version of yourself. And I'm really thinking about this and seeing that the Emperor and the Hierophant, which are 2 really strong male energies, and our divine masculine is our logic, it's our analytical skills, things of that nature. So I think that you're really beginning to look at your life and look at the choices that you make and the things that you do, and you're going, wow, that's not effective, that's not serving me anymore. I think that maybe I need to find a better perspective and start to reap the benefits of having more self-reflection, which is ironic because if you're number 1, you picked the Fushite, I don't know how to pronounce that, but you picked this stone, and this stone actually calls for self-reflection. So how interesting is that? And then the last 2 cards in this particular part of your reading is the Nine of Pentacles clarified by the 2 of Swords. So the Nine of Pentacles is about expansion, but it's also about reaching the completion of your expansion and realizing that there's only so far to go, and at some point you just have to bask in the fruits of your labor, right? And the 2 of Swords is a decision, a quick decision. And I think that, from my perspective, it seems like that while you've been in this Hanged Man energy, you might be in that too long. It might be time for you to actually just get out and put a plan into action and go forward with it and start to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Start to let these things come to fruition and get better for you. Because we can sit and we can like, for example, so I'm into manifestation, and sometimes, you do your coaching and you watch your videos and you do that, and you can do too much of it and you're not actually manifesting. You're not actually calling to the universe for the things that you want, because instead you're in the mindset of, I'm going to manifest when I get more knowledge, but maybe all the knowledge is there and you just need to act. And that's kind of what I'm getting with this Nine of Pentacles clarified by the 2 of Swords. Like, you need to act. You need to act. If you are ready to get into this Ace of Pentacles future, then it's time to just start implementing what you learned when you were in your Hangman energy, so that you can get to these really strong, masculine, divine masculine energies that are going to bring you success. Okay, ironically enough, we have the 2 of Swords as the last card in those 6 cards that I just drawn, and then as one of my clarifying cards, we have the 2 of Swords again, and it says peace. And yeah, I'm really feeling that. Like, when you make this decision, when you act, and swords are air energy, so they're usually pretty quick, right? When you get into that, I am seeing there is going to be a lot of peace. I'm hearing like I'm glad I did that. And I've definitely had situations like that in my life where I've known I've wanted to do something and I've put it off for a really long time, and then when I finally do it, everything works out and I'm like, I wish I would have done that sooner. Sorry. And that's really what I'm getting from this. Okay, then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Again, like, just back to what I said. I mean, it seems like this reading is really calling for whether, the thing about pentacles is that pentacles are abundance, and people sometimes equate that just to money and business. And even I can be guilty of that, but it's really about being abundant. And so you could be abundant in a lot of different ways. This is how it speaks to you. I can't tell you, but for me, basically what I'm getting is that, you need to make these decisions and get to it. You've taken your time to think about and assess the situation, and now you want to pull that abundance into your life, and Spirit is saying it's definitely time, but you have to get off your ass and do it. And I feel like this just confirms that, because once again, it's just another Ace of Pentacle energy in your reading. And then the very last card, which is our Work Your Light Oracle deck. I love the artwork, like even just these are so pretty. Okay, so this is protection. Call back your power. Cut the cords. Soul retrieval. And so, yeah, like just kind of going in with what we've been talking about. Like, call back your power. Maybe how we got to a place where you needed to find this new perspective was that you were giving your power away to other people or business or whatever, or your own vices. Who knows? And now Spirit is really telling you, like, it's time to bring that back in. You're ready. Like, you've leveled up. You're a better version of yourself. You're more aware. You're more, you know what I mean? And then cut the cords. Maybe there are some relationships that don't work for you anymore. The Two of Swords, like think of, like a scissor, maybe it is time to just let go of some relationships that aren't serving you and are definitely not going to help you get into this Ace of Pentacle energy that is so heavy in your reading. And then soul retrieval, like, yeah, I feel like that's just obvious. I feel like this reading is all about that. You've spent time trying to get into these more divine masculine energies that are going to bring you into a place of abundance and whatever. And, now you're there. And I think that's what Spirit is trying to say. It's time for you to just make a move. You're no longer waiting for the fruits of your labor. You're there. Just go. Just movement, right? Because even though, I believe in manifestation, I believe our thoughts create, I do believe in inspired action. And I think that whilst you can still get what you want and sit on your ass and be like, I hope I get $1 million, you might be waiting a really long time because your brain has to conceptualize how you're going to get $1 million while sitting on your ass. It's a lot easier for your brain to conceptualize you getting out one day, going to the casino and playing a slot machine. You know what I mean? And so I do believe, yes, your thoughts create, but inspired action is a big part of all of that. And I'm really hearing from this reading that it's time to indulge in your inspired action, because it is going to lead you to this great place of abundance. And I hope that was super helpful. Thank you so much for watching this. I know this wasn't a super long reading. I plan on doing more like lengthy in-depth readings on my channel, but it's been a while, so I'm just kind of doing a quick check-in, and I hope that this was helpful. Now I'm going to go ahead and get into pile number 2. Thanks again, pile number 1. Have a good one. All right, pile number 2, you picked the clear quartz, which is a very spiritual stone, a very like healing stone. It's got a lot to do with intuition and things of that nature. So let's get into your reading. I'm super excited to be back and doing readings again. It's been a minute. Sorry, I gotta clear out my stuff from pile number 1. It's been a minute, and I really I don't know, I've just been living life and stuff, and I kind of fell out of my interest in reading tarot cards. And then just recently I've been really inspired, and I'm like, God, I miss it. Like, I miss reading. I miss the joy that it would bring people when I would give them a reading and I knew it resonated. And it's right off the bat, we have the 5 of Wands clarified by the 9 of Cups. I keep saying it, but these cards are beautiful. So anyway, so the 5 of Wands is about, I get Aries energy every time I see the 5 of Wands, because Aries are very like, they will have a goal in mind, and then they see something shiny and flashy and new, and they get inspired so easily, which is one of the things I love about Aries. They're one of my favorite signs to be around. And sometimes they can lose sight of their goal. It's like long-term versus short-term, or like instant gratification versus like a slow burning joy and peace and contentment. And so with this 9 of Cups, I'm saying you're there, but there's still, a way to lose what you want and what you're working towards and what is fulfilling you with joy. And this 5 of Wands, it could be that, you know, for maybe it's a relationship that you're in and you're happy and you're feeling good and you're feeling successful, and an ex has come in and you feel like, oh, maybe I should just talk to them, or, you know, but like really, like you're so close, you're there, and you shouldn't, because if any insecurities about this new desire are making you want to talk to this person, like it's not the time, because I can see also the second part of your reading, we have the Knight of Cups clarified by the moon. Maybe you're dealing with a water sign, specifically a Pisces, by the way. With that, I see that this desire, this more like slow burning desire, it's a coming, honey. The thing about, okay, so with the Knights, right, we have the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, in order of who moves the fastest. Wands they're quick, they're passionate, they're fiery. Swords are quick, they're, you know, they cut quick, they're cold, they're da-da-da. And then you have the Knight of Cups, which is more, they're thinking and feeling, and they're trying to, you know, like fantasize about how this is going to work out, and they're planning. Now the ultimate planner, the slowest moving one, is obviously the Knight of Pentacles, but the Knight of Cups, he's moving slow too, because he's more emotional, and he wants to make sure he's making the right decision and that he's feeling the right way, and like that these feelings are you know, and with the moon is all about new beginnings, right? The moon is all about like that type of stuff. And so I'm really seeing like this Knight of Cups energy is ready for you. It's ready for you. It's ready for you. It's taken that time. It's you know, it's, yeah, I just feel that. I feel that whatever this Five of Wands energy is, it's just a distraction. It's not effective. It's not going to get you where you want. And I see that you've worked really hard to outgrow this Five of Wands energy. I can see that you have shifted into your Empress energy. Sorry, I'm holding them up, you can't even see them, but they're so beautiful. Anyway, you are really shifting into this Empress energy, and it's paid off. I see the Eight of Wands and the Nine of Wands, which really fits this reading for me, because the Eight of Wands is about quick communication, very passionate. Maybe this Five of Wands person is someone that you've had a passionate relationship with in the past. I'm assuming it's a person, but that's just what I'm getting. Maybe this Five of Wands energy is somebody that you've, you know, had a lot of passionate encounters with, and I see that they have come in very quickly, and I can also see that you're weary, and you should be, because it's not for you. I'm just hearing there's something so much better for you. There's something so much greater for you, and you don't see that because hindsight is 2020. But you know, it's not worth it, is what I'm hearing. It's not worth it. Seven of Discs, failure. Yes, like I feel like if you don't make the right decision in this, and if you slide back into old habits, you will lose something really big for you. And I don't think that that's what you're wanting. I think that right now this Knight of Cups energy might not be giving you exactly what you want, so you think that you'll get it from this Five of Wands energy, but you're not going to. I'm hearing you never have in the past. You never have in the past. Why would you now? It's not any different. But just like every other time you've been so close to having what you want, and you've allowed for something to distract you, you'll fail. But it's not too late. It's not too late. Also, remember, your thoughts create, okay? So this is just the energy that you're in. This is what's unfolding right now. This is where your thoughts are directed right now. But your thoughts create. If you don't like this reading, remember that you can change it. Okay, this is not a fortune telling. This is an energy. You've been working really hard for something. You're trying to get to that 10 of Cups, right? Or, you know, and you're close. And because you're close, your spirit is calling in things that have usually messed you up when you're close to getting what you want. And that's, you know, we can talk about destiny, we cannot talk about it. If you believe in it, you do. If you don't, you don't. I don't, personally. I think that really, when you are manifesting something new into your life, your fears will create secondary things that you don't want, because it's trying to hold on to your old subconscious beliefs. Anyway, moving on. But I'm seeing that you're close. You're close to having this, and it wants you as much as you want it. and you're ready for it. You've leveled up. You're in a place to receive it. But you have to trust the weariness that you have to this person that is not leaving you alone, or failure, or failure. And it's do you want to have to fail again? Now, if you fail again, not a big deal, because your thoughts create. We can do this again. But I'm also hearing, do you want to do this again? Do you want to do this again, or do you just want to have what you want and be done with it? Because I see that if you make the right decision, it's bright. Okay, this is the Ace of Cups. It's a very positive card. It's all about fulfillment. It is the completion of the cups, and cups are all about love and emotion and things of that nature. And so again, I think this is about a person. Okay, I could be wrong, but I think it's about a person. And I'm seeing that if you make the right decision, like, you are in alignment with this Ace of Cups energy, and I don't think you want to lose that. I don't think it's worth it to you. And then your advice from Spirit is the ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So going back to what I said about maybe you're feeling insecure with this deep-rooted desire, with this Knight of Cups energy. You're feeling insecure that it's not happening because you're not seeing movement. And you are seeing very, very quick movement with this spicy little Five of Wands energy. But here's the thing, that movement is superficial. Here's the thing, that movement, it's not for you. That is happening to you. But this right here, this is for you. This is meant for you. This, you've called it in with your spirit, and it's happening. And again, it's not that you can't have it if you indulge in this Five of Wands energy, but the insecurities that this is going to bring on, because I feel like it's probably brought on a lot in the past. The insecurities, the self-doubt, the self-worth, the things that this is going to bring into your awareness, it might mess you up. And do you want to do it again? Ooh. Do you want to go through this again? Do you want to continually always be trying to clean the gunk out of your mind from this Five of Wands energy when you are so close to having this peaceful, loving, amazing Ace of Cups energy? And that's really what I'm seeing for you. You are being called to make the right decision. Now, I think that you will. I can see from this. Right, and this is just your energy now. But I'm seeing more cards that are leaning towards you leveling up and getting what you want. And so because of that, I think that you're in the right spot to make the right decision. I do. But I just want to warn you that, if you don't, it's just another prolonged moment of you trying to get to what it is you actually want. And so that is my reading for you, pile number 2. I had such a good time with your reading. It was so, I don't know, it was just very good. Like, this is very good. Not every reading that I do interests me. Some of them are very quick and they're straight to the point. And I like ones that are a little bit more deep. I like ones that make me think a little bit and make me go, I have to get into my Hanged Man energy and look at different perspectives and figure out, what exactly Spirit is talking about. So I really enjoyed that, because I think that was a little bit more deep than pile number 1's. Not that I didn't enjoy pile number 1's, just to be clear. All right, so with that, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'm going to go ahead and get into pile number 3's reading. All right, pile number 3, we have the Amazonite stone, soothing energy, healing. Maybe you're in a place where you need to be more self-soothing with yourself. I don't know. Let's find out, because we certainly have an entire reading for you. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So I'm sensing that you've been hurt by a person or a situation over and over again. Like, over and over again, to a point of devastation. We'll talk about that in a second. Let's get into the first 2 cards. We have the Queen of Wands clarified by the Queen of Swords in reverse. I'm sensing that in the past you've been very you've been led by your passion. You've been led by good feelings and superficial feelings, things of that nature. And you haven't been able to tap into the Queen of Swords energy, which is, I always think of the Queen of Swords energy as like a woman who is fully capable of standing up for herself. No problem. And with both of these the way they are, I'm seeing that you've either been far too giving with your passion and all that you have to offer in that aspect, or you've been way too cold, just way too cold. And there's one or the other, but it's not served you, and it's gotten you hurt a lot. Okay, so after those, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse, clarified by the Seven of Swords. So I see that you were in an entrapment of your own making, and you're starting to realize that whatever is going on, whatever's hurting you, you can walk away from. And maybe that's something you didn't know before, that you can just walk away. You don't have to, like you don't need to be saved. Okay, it's not a rescue mission. You can just walk away. Because the Seven of Swords, I think, because I don't have the original Rider-Waite in front of me, but I'm pretty positive that's the one where the guy's standing and there's swords all around him and he thinks he's trapped and doesn't realize he can walk out. If I'm wrong, sorry. But I'm pretty sure that's right. And that's what I'm hearing from this, is that you can walk away from this. You know, maybe in the past you felt like you needed closure or something. Something's been holding you back, but I think you're just realizing that it doesn't matter. And if you ever want to just be calm, and if you ever just want to go, you might just have to walk away. Even if you don't have closure, even if you don't have all the answers, they're not as important as your well-being. And I really am seeing that because we have this big Two of Swords and it's just a pair of scissors. And I don't know if there's a bigger sign for you to cut out whatever this is, if it's a relationship or whatever, but there you go. There's your big sign. You need to cut that out. You need to snip it away. I'm really seeing that because if you ever want to get to a place of fulfillment, which is the Ace of Cups, this has to go. It has to go. There's no more room for it anymore. It's served its purpose. It did what it needed to do. And at this point, it's just a unnecessary soul tie that you're having a hard time letting go of, but it's hindering you from getting to this place. But that hindrance is entirely self-made. You can walk away from it. You don't have to deal with this. Ten of Swords, ruin. Yeah, I feel this exhaustion from this reading. It's so weird because when I started it, I felt exhausted. And I feel like I feel this exhaustion in this card. Like this situation, person, whoever has exhausted you. It's made you highly just worn down and tired, and it's, you know, I can see that it's broken your self-worth in certain situations. And I feel that because the Ten of Swords is like just a crushing heartbreak. And it is like feeling defeated and feeling just done. And I feel that with that. And then I also have the Hierophant. I'm getting this vibe that whoever this man is that you've been involved with, that he's full of himself. Because the Hierophant energy isn't in and of itself bad, but sometimes I feel like the Hierophant can represent somebody who is too full of themselves. They think too highly of themselves, and they think that they know everything and they have the answer to everything, and everyone else around them is just not as intelligent and not as, you know what I mean? And so it's easy for them to think that they could just pull one over on everybody. I also feel like they think that they are more morally correct than everyone else, but the irony of it is that they are the most immoral in the room. And that's how they self-soothe when they are doing these things to people, because they're like, well, I'm making the right decision, they're making the wrong decision, so it's fine. You know, I don't know, that's just what I'm getting. Also, this is a Jane Austen tarot deck, and if any of you are into Jane Austen, this is supposed to be Frank Churchill from Emma, so whatever that means to you. I love Jane Austen. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Yeah, so what we've been talking about, and look at how strong and divine this feminine character looks. I feel that. I feel like you're done. You're done is what I'm hearing. I feel like you're done. You've realized that for you to ever have a chance at happiness, you have to cut these ties to get here. And you've been devastated. You've been fooled by this person who's really good at putting on a persona, but they're not kind to you. They haven't treated you well. And you're done holding yourself captive in this situation that doesn't serve you, because you're ready to just transform. You're ready to be better. And honestly, I feel like you've already transformed, but it's just been hard for you to let go of this situation. And so I feel like anytime this situation presents itself, you probably get exhausted very quickly. And you cut them out because you're like, never mind. But it's taken you a lot to convince yourself that you don't even need to test the waters anymore. You can just go on with the knowing that this situation is always going to be the same. It's always going to make you feel the same. And there's just no point in punishing yourself. That's what I'm hearing. And yeah, I'm seeing that. I think that in the next, half of the year, it's just going to be about you healing yourself and letting go and cutting out this negative energy that's never served you. It's never been good for you, and you know that. And so this is your moment to just be done. And that's what I'm hearing, that you're done. So I hope that was helpful to you, pile number 3. It's so funny how every rock has had something to do with the reading, and I didn't do that on purpose. I actually just looked at my little rocks and I was like, oh, that one looks good, that one looks good. But every single reading that I've had has really had to do with because like this, is about, like I said, like healing and things of that nature. And that's kind of what I'm getting from this reading. It's just a lot of healing, in with the or out with the old and in with the new. Sorry, I'm tired because I'm telling you, since I opened this reading, I've been exhausted, and I'm feeling so heavily this energy. Like, I feel it. It's exhausting. Also, just reading makes me tired. It is a lot of energy to pull from spirit. So, but yeah, I cut this out. Treat yourself. Heal. And I hope you have a good day. And that's it for this entire video. It's been fun. I'm going to do more. I need to do more. I need to hold myself accountable and, get back into what I like. And I love reading tarot cards. I have for a long time. And also on top of that, it's an investment. I paid lots of money for these cards and crystals and seashells and rocks. And I need to just start doing it. So I hope that you enjoy this. I hope you find some clarity in it, and I hope it finds you. And yeah, have a great day.